Hello viewers, welcome once again to my channel Uncut Africa Live, a channel that brings you insight of African politics, and I'm always your guy, De-Graft Amoako. Those who have recently followed African politics have somehow come across this Ghanaian politician, Sam George, who is the lead advocate for the Anti-LGBT Bill, which has caused controversy across Africa. Anyway, he's back again, but this time around, he has shared his thoughts on the recent happening in Niger and West Africa as a whole. Let's watch this video. I'll be back.
On the point of Niger, I am a student of democracy. I believe that democracy must strive, but I believe that Africa must develop its own version of democracy. The Western democracy is not suitable for Africa.
It's not working, eh?
Absolutely not. It doesn't work for Africa. You look at Rwanda. Rwanda is celebrated by the West, but what they practice in Rwanda is not the Western democracy. You go to Botswana, it's not the Western democracy. They have adopted it for themselves. But you see, let us call a spade a spade. The West is running riots, and I'm happy. My salute goes out to the Nigerian Senate for telling Bola Ahmed Tinubu that he should focus on dealing with Boko Haram. You can't deal with Boko Haram and you are going to fight the president of another country.
Even the Biafran.
You can't deal with Biafra. There's rampant armed robbery on the streets of Nigeria. You can't travel after certain times. And you want to go and do what? Because Western puppet masters are asking you to go into an African state. What was France's interest in Niger? And you should begin to ask yourself what's happening in Francophone Africa. People are waking up. People are waking up and saying that, look, we can no longer be taken
Mali
for
has
students.
Dissociated itself.
Absolutely.
And now Niger seems to be following the trend.
And for me, it is this awakening in the next generation of Africans that we are capable of managing our own affairs, and that we must unite. We must have a new cadre. Look across the landscape of Francophone Africa, with the exception of the Niger guy who is a bit elderly. I think he's about 61 or so. All the other guys, the Burkinabe, the Mali, the Guineans, they're young soldiers. You understand me? Africa needs a crop of young leaders who are Afrocentric in their thinking, and who will say to the West and Europe, we would stay, hold our own, trade amongst ourselves. We will only trade with you if you are willing to come and negotiate with us as equals. This whole capitulation, this whole sense that we are inferior, that we are incapable of managing our affairs. Look, a black man, Kwame Nkrumah, showed that it is possible just over the weekend.
But he said it.
Just over the weekend. I took my kids across about 3 regions and showed them a few things Nkrumah did. And you know what my soon-to-be 8-year-old son said to me? He said, Daddy, Nkrumah did a lot for Ghana. And he wasn't president for a very long time. And I said, yes. He set a bar that nobody can meet. None of our following presidents has been able to meet. You understand me? So it is possible if you have the leadership, the desire to serve your people and not to serve yourself. And look, that is where we are going. This whole talk, Akufo-Addo is talking about Niger. The hunter must withdraw and allow democratic institutions. What did he say when his friend
Alassane
Ouattara changed the constitution attempted to change the constitution of Ivory Coast? What did he say when his friend in Senegal tried to do it? It is that hypocrisy of African leadership that is leading to a revolution in the younger generation of Africans to say, these old folks have had their day, they've had their say, it's our time to take our destiny into our own hands.
Okay, but you do admit, like you said, that the way of coups is not the way
to go.
I'm
in no way supporting coups, but I'm saying that if our so-called democratic institutions do not foster democracy, you then open the windows for people to vent their spleen in a certain manner.
For military expeditions.
Absolutely.
We have to go.
Yes, that's it. You know, I have done a couple of videos concerning this issue, and most of my points I've made goes along with what Honorable Sam George is saying. You know, Africa is awakening. Africa is wild awake now. The youth are not taking things lightly any longer. The rate of poverty, the rate of struggling in Africa is unbearable. So Africans are taking measures to make sure they protect their resources. Africans are making sure they also have a better future for their children. Because enough of we have to leave our homes and travel to another man's country before we can build wealth, whilst we are sitting on huge natural resources, huge human resources, and at long last, we become poor. These are issues that have been bothering Africans for long, and now things seem to be changing. The wind of change is coming. A lot of things are happening now in Africa that shows that Africans are now awakening. What is happening in the 4 or 3 West African countries indicates that things are no more the same. People want bold leaders. People want leaders that can change their life, not leaders that can be controlled by Western countries. Please don't forget to subscribe to this channel and turn on the notification button so that anytime I upload any great content, you will be notified. Thanks for watching.